What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer video today. Now, unfortunately today, this rumour is quite uncomfortable for Arsenal fans. And it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang being linked with a move away. Yesterday, he was heavily linked and has been linked with a move to Barcelona. Apparently, they are looking at him as a potential option for the summer, although it seems he's not their number one priority. But the rumour coming out today that is really difficult to listen to is Manchester United being linked with a move for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, it is believed that when Aubameyang was at Dortmund, United were looking at him and were even close to making a move for him, but they didn't. Of course, he's impressed heavily since coming to the Premier League. He's been Arsenal's top goal scorer in the last 2 seasons, was the joint Golden Boot winner in the Premier League last season. Now, the rumour coming out today out of the Daily Mirror is that Manchester United are interested in trying to sign Aubameyang this summer for just £35 million. Now, this report says that Arsenal are becoming increasingly anxious about the situation with Aubameyang, and it is believed Arsenal will move him on if he doesn't extend his contract this summer. Now, Manchester United need a striker. They've taken Igalo on loan until the summer. Of course, Rashford has been injured. But Rashford could potentially end up playing on the left for Manchester United permanently. And they need a striker. Now, Aubameyang, as said before, he's very happy at Arsenal. He loves it in London. He loves the Premier League. But the reality is, if Arsenal do not make the Champions League, we may not even make the Europa League next season, then he will be very difficult to convince to stay. He also apparently is looking for around 300 grand a week. Now, when you consider Mesut Ozil is Arsenal's highest paid player in history on 350k a week, when you look at what Ozil is producing on the pitch compared to Aubameyang, it's not difficult to see why Aubameyang would be asking for those kind of numbers. Now, one thing we do know is that Manchester United pay huge wages, massive wages. Now, we've seen this situation before. Robin van Persie left Arsenal at a time when he was our best player, our main goal scorer. He was offered a poor contract at the time, and Arsenal showed a lack of ambition with the signings that they were making at that time. Van Persie went to Manchester United, became their top scorer and won the Premier League. You know, he even got a guard of honour from the Arsenal players. You know, you don't want reminding of that. Part 2 of that situation, Alexis Sanchez was our best player. Again, we let his contract run down to 1 year. In fact, he got to 6 months. And of course, we did the swap deal for Mkhitaryan that was, you know, a disaster for both clubs. Sanchez has since gone to Inter Milan on loan. And of course, Mkhitaryan has gone on loan to Roma. So most Arsenal fans will probably think, okay, Aubameyang wouldn't go to Manchester United. You know, maybe would go to Barcelona. But we have to be careful, you know, you can't be arrogant enough to think he wouldn't go to Manchester United. If they were to land a top 4 place and get in the Champions League or possibly win the Europa League, he is settled in the Premier League. Maybe that would appeal to him. To stay in the league, they would offer him a huge wage. I'm sure they could give him 300 grand a week plus. We have to be very careful as a football club. I think we're very poor at protecting ourselves in these situations. You know, we did it with Aaron Ramsey, allowing, you know, a 40-odd million pound midfielder, in my opinion, to leave for free. Alexis Sanchez, an 80-90 million pound winger, to walk out on a swap for Mkhitaryan. You know, Danny Welbeck left for free. He should have been 15 to 20 million pounds quite easily, you know, an England international. They haven't learned, and we seem to be falling into this situation again. 2 questions I want to ask you. Would you give Aubameyang 300 grand a week to stay at Arsenal? Do you think he's worth that? He is our best player, but he does turn 31 in June. Would you give him 2 or 3 years on 300k a week? And number 2, if he doesn't extend his contract, would you sell him? Or would you be prepared to keep him into the last year of his contract, potentially with him walking away next summer on a free? Let me know in the comments what you think. It's going to be an interesting situation and one that I'm apprehensive about. We need to get him to sign a new contract. Personally, for 2 years, I think I would give him 300k. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all your brilliant support. Everyone take care at this difficult time. As I say, there'll be a link in the description below. If you could possibly vote for me as best new content creator this year, I would really appreciate that. But as I say, lots more content coming up through the week. Everyone take care at this difficult time. And I'll be back next time. Bless.